Hi everyone, Hira here. The topic of this session is how do you convey your interest to a potential recruiter, to a future employer. This is a process that begins well before an interview. Now certainly you will get that question in an interview in the form of why do you want to work for us, why us and why not one of our competitors. But really, your answer, even for yourself, why is it that you want to work for these guys? This is something you should be asking yourself right at the time of when you're applying for the job and you're writing your cover letter. Other places as well that this can come up is when you are having networking conversations, when you're speaking to contacts, people you've been introduced to at the firm. This is kind of part of the process leading up to interviews usually. It could also be that the company has recruiting events that you're attending. But really, your interest for a particular organization, whether that is a corporate or whether it's a nonprofit, that's a critical element of this recruiting process. So you really need to be able to articulate a good response to this. Now, the first place that you could go to in terms of research is obviously the company website, public reports, the annual report. Look for things that appeal to you, that are genuinely of interest to you. So typically what people highlight are things like the company has a great team environment. They are a collaborative sort of work ethic. It could be policies around sustainability and ethical responsibility. It could be that the company is very global and really appreciates workplace diversity. It could be any number of things, which typically are things that the company itself uses in its marketing material. It's part of their brand. So what you're doing is you're using that same material as a hook to say to them, well, this is why I'm interested in you guys, because these things are important to me, and I'm excited to be part of a team that values the same things. So the second step to this, beyond looking at things like diversity and team culture and working environment, is to really look at their business model. Look at the company's revenue streams, their cost-cutting strategies, their customer service aspects, their operations. Are they good with process improvement? Are they good with managing their costs? Are they, how do they do well versus their competition? What is it about their business model and how they're being successful in the marketplace appeal to you? What can you say in terms of what you're impressed by and what drives your interest in working for that firm? Now, if it's not a corporate and if it's a nonprofit, the exact same principle applies. Some nonprofits are really good at raising money, others are very good at managing their budget. A lot of nonprofits, if you look at the subject matter area that they work in, whether it's healthcare or education or poverty alleviation, there are some organizations that do better than others. So if you can point to what the organization that you're interviewing at, what they do well, what they have a track record with, what they're recognized for, how they build their brand, these are the things that you want to highlight and say that you're excited about being part of the team and contributing to the team effort.